So I'm coming on really quick just to say what I'm doing. I've been working on this project now for pretty much the whole morning since I've been up. So we're looking at a few hours. I had mentioned in a previous video that in my video about pruning my locks that when I got to 5 years of locks, I wanted to go ahead and like split some of my locks and make them slimmer and more manageable. But then I've been thinking about it constantly since then, so I'm doing it now. So I had some really thick locks that over the years, that either I had combined initially and then they grew together from that point, or I, just over the years covering my locks and just letting them do their thing and they just really grew together. And some were pretty thick. So, I'll show pictures of them or video, whatever. But at this point, now that my hair is getting longer and I wanted to be able to, that I'm able to manage it more or do some styles, or what if I wanted to do a twist out or a braid out or put some flexi rods or something in. The size of my locks, the certain ones, not all of them because they're all different sizes, but would have prevented that. That's not something I'd have been able to do. And as hot as it is, I'm still keeping them wrapped up anyway, but I just wanted to give myself some more versatility. Like the longer they get, the more hotter they get, and I don't want to find myself bored. So I've been manipulating them the entire way. They're not technically, free form. Like I don't do anything to them. I do manipulate them. So that's what I'm doing today. I have taken a lot of them apart. So I have more now than I did before, and even though they're still pretty thick, they're not as thick as they were. I've also cut off a lot of the ends, which you will see. Reason for that being, if I'm separating a lock, let's say for instance, I don't think I'm gonna do this one, but let's say I separate this one at the base, but then I still have all of the extra ends. The base really of it, or the root part, wouldn't have as much connection to my scalp to support the weight anymore, or at least not. That's just my determination. So if I'm making this part smaller, then I should make the ends smaller so that I don't put any more stress on them. So I cut a lot of the ends off too. And I'm just looking at it like, over the last 4+ years that I've had these, if I was a loose natural, I'd be losing hair every day. I mean, even with my hair like this, I lose hair every day. Hair falls out. So, and that's what makes the locks in the first place, right? So I'm looking at it like this is hair that would have been shed. And so I'm shedding it today. I'm just doing it intentionally. So, this here, this was the little short lock. It was loose hair, and then eventually I had crocheted together just because it was like, what am I doing with this afro here? So it's been a while since I did that. I don't know, maybe like a year, but I combed it out today because having one stubby, thick, short lock amongst the rest just was not aesthetically pleasing for me. So I decided to go ahead and make that manipulation as well. So I have combed it out, didn't take long. And then separated it into 3 parts because it's a big section of hair, and it's like I don't know where that hair came from all of a sudden, but I put it in 3 sections and I'm going to crochet it into the neighboring locks. I've already done this one, so a third of that hair is already in here, and then I'm going to do these next 2 and just go in and check, see if there's any more pruning on the ends that I want to do. Even over the years as I've been changing, like crocheting them together, they've got like little weird shapes and bumps. So I've even been going in and just like snipping down the little extra lumps just to make them look less weird shaped. So I'm doing that too. I mean, that's how I've got little pieces like this. I'm just grooming the sides of them so they can be more uniform, I guess. Not necessarily uniform in size, but in shape. Because if I'm gonna continue to let my hair grow, I want to be able to do stuff with it, and I want it to be in a way that I want it to look. So that's what I'm doing real quick. Bye.